plans to pursue a degree in pediatric nursing. She'd like to thank God for his unwavering presence in her life. She'd like to thank Mom and Brian for their endless support, to Sailor and Rowan for motivating her to be her best, for her Mimi and Pops who have given her many opportunities, and for all the teachers and coaches who always believed in her. Tatum's favorite verse, Proverbs 31:25 says, "Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she laughs at the time to come." Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Tatum Wilson. Now for our senior football players. Our first senior football player, Mr. Josh Long. Josh is joined by his parents, Mary and Mike Long. He's been here at Atlantic Shores for 2 years. In addition to playing football, Mike is also on our baseball team. After Josh graduates, he plans to play football in college and study kinesiology and work as a real estate license. I'd like to thank God, his parents, Coach Lance, Mrs. Bryant, Coach Sigmund, Coach Linton, Coach Gary Lee, Coach Patrick Nichols for always pouring into him and teaching him there is life after sports. Josh's favorite verse is Joshua 1:9. "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Josh Long. Next is Mr. Ryan McCann. Ryan's parents are Diane and Paul McCann. Ryan's been here at Atlantic Shores for 13 years. In addition to football, he's also a member of our wrestling program. Upon graduation, Ryan plans to go to architecture school and graduate, then get a job at Clark Nixon. He'd like to thank Coach Lance, Coach Sigmund, Coach Whitehead for all their time and effort pushing him to his fullest potential, and also thank Mom and Dad for their time, money, and love poured into his life. Ryan's favorite verse is Proverbs 3:5-6. "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ryan McCann. Next is Mr. Auric Jr. Scott. Auric's parents are Alta and Auric Scott. Obviously, upon graduation, he's thinking he'll go to college, not sure quite yet what he wants to do, but he certainly has plans for his future. He'd like to thank God for putting him in the position that he's in. He'd like to thank his family for their support system and for believing in him, and thank all of his coaches and mentors for leading him, teaching him, and helping to be the player that he is. In his favorite verse, Psalm 23:4. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Auric Scott. Next is Mr. Josh Sibley. Josh's parents are Lisa and Grant Sibley. He's been here at Atlantic Shores for 13 years. In addition to football, he's also a member of our track program. After he leaves the halls of Atlantic Shores, he plans to study medicine to be an orthopedic physician, and he also hopes to play college football. He would like to thank, first of all, the Lord, and he'd like to thank his family and his friends for believing in him and only wanting the best for him. He'd also like to thank them for being there every step of the way. He also likes to thank the coaches who have poured into him, especially Coach Lance and Coach Sigmund. Josh's favorite verse, James 4:10, says, "Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will lift you up." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joshua Sibley. And finally, our last senior football player, Mr. Trace Williams. Trace's parents are Ira and Lanaya Williams. This is his first year here at Atlantic Shores. He is a football player as well as competed in basketball, track, and golf. Upon graduation, Trace plans to go to college and become an artist as well as a biomed student. He'd like to thank his dad, both of his siblings, both of his grandparents, his uncle, because they have all given him love and help throughout his journey. He'd also like to thank Coach Beal for guiding him through the game of football and being someone that he could talk to about football. His favorite verse is 1 Corinthians 15:41. "The sun has one kind of splendor, the moon another, and the stars another. For the stars differ from the stars in splendor." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Trace Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you our senior football and cheerleaders for the 2025 season. Let's give them another round of applause. Parents, thank you so much for sharing your special kids with us during their time here, whether it was 1 year or 14 years. Thank you for sharing them with us. Seniors, may God bless you as you leave our halls, and remember the words of Proverbs 3:5-6. "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight." Once again, our seniors, 2025. City needs to be directed.
Yes!
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Boom. Wait. First down. Let's go.
Rosen's on top! Touchdown, Texas!
Any gate can be a tailgate.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us, and the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why parents count on CHKD Sports Medicine, advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours. With convenient locations across Hampton Roads and a whole team of experts here to keep your favorite player at the top of their game. CHKD Sports Medicine. Learn more at chkd.org or call the CHKD Sports Injury Hotline.
The town story for me is really about connecting with our members in a way that's different from the other banks. What's consistently found at Town Bank, it's a company built on employees that really want to help make a difference in people's lives. From day one, this company was built on a culture of caring. A foundation has not changed. We're still built on caring and helping others.
history of winning started with the 65 Gators losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they could sweat more, win more, and change the game forever.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why there's CHKD Sports Medicine. Advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
Everyone's getting toasted at Jimmy John's. I mean, sandwiches.
It's 757 Saturday Sports Talk with Matt Hatfield and the one and only Coach Ed Young, every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on Cova Sports TV. From high school football and basketball to the NFL, MLB, college sports, and the NBA, if it's making headlines, they are breaking it down. Bold takes, big-time guests, and a few laughs, especially at the expense of that basketball coach, Ed Young. Catch it on Cox TV and your view, and don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube at Cova Sports TV.
Welcome to the most honest commercial you'll ever see.
And as you can see, me and you are both having trouble starting to talk.
Yep.
I mean, this is something that you're breathing in every day.
Yeah. Like 50% of the air in the house?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is coming from down here.
Yes, sir.
How's your crawl space looking? You said we're going to be here a while.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get busy.
Get a free and honest inspection with JES Foundation Repair, a Groundworks company.
Authentic Italian cuisine can be found in just one place in Hampton Roads, Il Giardino Ristorante in Virginia Beach. Il Giardino offers veal, seafood, chicken, pasta, vegetarian, and pizza creations. Add the sounds of the piano bar and lounge, and it's no wonder Il Giardino is such a popular local spot. Open daily at 5 p.m.
Life moves fast, but when that Freddy's hits, you can't help but slow down. Freddy's, this is the good stuff.
With 4 Hampton Roads area locations, Freddy's is just a short trip away.
Yes!
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Boom. First down. Let's go.
Touchdown, Texas!
Any gate can be a tailgate.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us, and the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
Let's pray together. Father, we thank you so much for your love and for your grace. We also just thank you for the beautiful weather you bless us tonight. Lord, we thank you for the traveling mercies you provided everyone coming here. And Lord, we ask for the guys as they play this game tonight. We ask that you will keep them safe, allow them to play to the best of their ability. We pray also for our coaches and officials that you'll bless them and give them wisdom in the jobs they're doing. And Lord, we ask everything we say and do tonight brings honor and glory to your name. For it's in your son's name we pray. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight our anthem is sung by our middle school choir instructor, Miss Mia Hames. She will be accompanied by our middle school sign language class under the direction of Miss Cottrell Caesar.
A very magnificent national anthem from the singer from Atlantic Shores, and there you have it. We welcome you to Cova Sports TV as you're looking live on the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, home of CHKD Sports Medicine, as we're getting set to go for this senior day and homecoming matchup for the Seahawks as they play host to St. Anne's Belfield, the Saints coming into town out of Charlottesville, Virginia. We welcome you into this broadcast. I'm Jack Lowe, your play-by-play commentator, alongside Grayson Jackson, who's on the camera tonight, and all the people doing it behind the scenes here at Cova Sports TV in Nick Senti, Chuck Thornton, Dennis McEwen, Garrett Jackson, Kayla Hodge, and so many more as we welcome you to this beautiful night for football. You couldn't ask for any better weather as we're sitting at about 59 degrees, no rain in the forecast whatsoever. A beautiful weekend on tap here in Hampton Roads for the fall as captains for Atlantic Shores are getting ready to walk on out to do the coin toss. The captain's right there, I'll go ahead and tell you. Levi Belford, Josh Sibley, who's playing his final game at home in a Seahawks uniform, as well as another senior out there, Josh Long, the offensive lineman. And then coach's son, the quarterback, Micah Lance, also out there. As for the Saints, for the ones I can see out there kind of hard, a little far away, it looks like number 58, or 56, excuse me, that's Matthias Kass, as well as number 45, Jack O'Malley. Number 12 is out there. That is Ryan Steeper, the linebacker. And then I'm missing that last name, kind of getting blocked by the referee. But we welcome you into this broadcast. It should be a fun one, but we've got all the action coming your way. But first, we're going to take a time out and hear from some of our sponsors.
Yes!
Oh, here we go.
Wait.
Here we go. Boom.
Wait.
First down. Let's go.
Rosen's on top! Touchdown, Texas!
Any gate can be a tailgate.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us, and the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why parents count on CHKD Sports Medicine, advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries just for young athletes like yours. With convenient locations across Hampton Roads and a whole team of experts here to keep your favorite player at the top of their game. CHKD Sports Medicine. Learn more at chkd.org or call the CHKD Sports Injury Hotline.
Tyson Boyd, the offensive lineman, is the other captain for St.Anne's Belfield as the captains come together for the coin toss. As Atlantic Shores in their all-black unis tonight with the perfectly very easy-to-see white numbers. As for St.Anne's Belfield, it'll be their white tops with the black pants and a red numeral on their jerseys as the coin toss is taking place right now. Let's look at St.Anne's Belfield and what's happened with them this year. They are 7-0 on the season. They haven't lost one yet. They opened up the year back in August against Fredericksburg Christian, took care of business 35-14. Played SJPGC, beat them 51-7. They played FUMA 51-22 was the final score in that one. Virginia Episcopal School 33-14. Roanoke Catholic, Blue Ridge, the Covenant School. All three of those were very big blowout wins for the Saints. Have not truly been tested yet, other than the only really somewhat close game, and even then, not really. Fredericksburg Christian was only a 21-point game. St. Anne's Belfield wins the toss. They elect to defer, so Atlantic Shores will be getting the ball first, and they will be going right to left. So kickoff will be taking place in just a couple of moments. We'll take one final timeout. When we come back, it'll be time for kickoff right here at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex on Cova Sports TV.
The town story for me is really about connecting with our members in a way that's different from the other banks. What's consistently found at Town Bank, it's a company built on employees that really want to help make a difference in people's lives. From day one, this company was built on a culture of caring. A foundation has not changed. We're still built on caring and helping others.
Just about set for kickoff here. Atlantic Shores in the recovery team as they're ready to take this kickoff back deep is two people. The senior, Josh Sibley, playing his final game here at the Sportsplex, right next to his fellow receiver who's also had a good year, Colin Williams. He's a junior this year. As those two are back deep to return. As for St. Anne's, it's probably going to be Tim Haman to kick for them, and it looks like it is. Tim Haman's going to kick. And we're about set to go as we welcome you into this broadcast of Atlantic Shores football on Cova Sports TV. It should be a fun one. And here comes the kick from Haman, high and far in the sky. It'll be caught by Colin Williams back at about his own 5-yard line. There goes Colin Williams across the near side of the field, and he'll break one tackle across the 20-yard line, and he'll be brought down by about 3 St. Anne's players. And Atlantic Shores will start their first offensive drive at about their own 23-yard line. Very nice senior ceremonies for Atlantic Shores and all of their players as this right before this game began, as you saw on some of our broadcasts before the game started. A lot of seniors on this team. I say a lot, not quite as many as there has been in years past, but definitely some impactful ones. We'll talk about more of those later in the broadcast. As Atlantic Shores get set for their first offensive drive of the night, quarterback Michael Lance going to be in the shotgun, joined by his running back on the right side. Lance is going to take the snap, and he's going to hand this one off, and the running back will be met at the line of scrimmage. He may get a couple inches, maybe a yard on the play. And it looks like that's going to be number 10. That's going to be Johnson Colbank, who had his name called upon. Brad Johnson Colbank had his name called upon a lot a couple weeks ago, along with his twin brother, John Colbank. Both have gotten their names called upon on this Atlantic Shores team, have had a lot of opportunities this year, and Colbank's going to stay in the backfield with Lance for this one in the shotgun. Lance going to take the snap, play fake. He's going to throw, and he has a man complete. Wide open and gaining a couple yards. Ben Salee getting the first down for the Seahawks.
Ben Salee over the middle. One out for the Seahawks, first down.
So Atlantic Shores at their own 40-yard line now. The next first down marker will be right about at that midfield stripe. As it looks like they're going to stay in 11 personnel. Michael Lance going to take the snap, and it's going to be a speed option. He's going to take it himself and go down about a yard ahead of the first down marker, not even, maybe a half a yard. So it'll be second down and long. Chains getting sorted out on the far side. Looks like they might be a bit tangled with the referee and a coach over there for St. Anne's. Coach for St. Anne's, by the way, Coach Heath Miller. Very well known if you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, as he was a big-time Pittsburgh Steeler. And also, if you're a Virginia Cavalier fan, is a legend out in Charlottesville with the Virginia Cavaliers. And now he's on the coaching side of things, leading the St.Anne Belfield Saints. As they've had a lot of success this year. Again, 7-0 on the year. Very impressive for Coach Miller. Lance is going to take the snap. It's going to be a wide receiver screen to the other side of the field. Colin Williams will catch it, and he'll be thrown down, still on his feet. And finally, forward progress is called before the ball was stripped. It looked like on the tackle there, A.J. Wiltshire, the defensive back wide receiver junior, 5'10" listed. Now we're going to have third and long, third and about 9 for the Seahawks. 9:40 to go in running in this first quarter. Atlantic Shores is going to need to build momentum early if they want to compete with St. Anne's. So they're going to need a nice chunk of yards here. Already had one successful third down earlier. They had the pass completed to Ben Salee. Trips to the left for Coach Michael Lance. Coach Wayne Lance says Michael Lance drops back, and he's going to fire deep. This one will be dropped. Josh Sibley could not hang on, so that'll pose the first fourth down of the game. Not a bad look for Michael Lance, just couldn't quite find Sibley, who was somewhat open.
Michael Lance's pass intended for Josh Sibley, well defended.
So on comes the punt team, and when I say punt team, it's basically the offense. Michael Lance, the quarterback, and a punt for the Seahawks. He'll take the snap, and he'll get it off. Punt is going to be caught by a Saint. Has a little bit of room to go. A flag does come out. He'll be tackled at about their own 46-yard line. We'll see what the flag was. I think it's going to go probably against the Saints. Back them up 5 or 10. We'll see for sure. We'll check with the white hat.
There's a flag on the play.
Here's the call from the ref. It's going to be an illegal block in the back on the return team. So that'll back up the Saints, I believe. Looks like it'll be 10 yards.
After the 10-yard penalty, the Saints will begin this drive first and 10 with the ball spotted on their own 24.
First and 10 for the Saints as their offense gets their first opportunity in this one now. Quarterback for the Saints going to hand it off. The running back is blown up. The front 7 for Atlantic Shores getting through early, and we've seen that a couple times this season. Quarterback for St. Anne's is going to be right now Hayden Morris in his junior year. The 6'3" quarterback has had a very successful year for the Saints. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him get active here early in this one, but that run blown up by the Atlantic Shores defensive line. It'll be second down and long, and it's going to be a pistol look for the Saints. Morris going to take the snap, and it's going to be a play fake. Morris is looking deep, and he will not find his man. That was Chase Miller who he was trying to find, the 5'11" sophomore, and that'll bring up third and long. So a couple of quick
good defensive stops for the Seahawks. Now they're going to have a big third down. See if they can make a stop.
Incomplete. That'll bring a third down for the Saints. 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11 to be exact. Hayden Morris gonna take the snap, drop back, looking for a man. He's running out of the pocket, and he's gonna be brought down. Ben Salee gets to the quarterback and picks up the sack, and a big 3-and-out force by Atlantic Shores, forcing a punt. Very impressive. Ben Salee got through. Morris had quite a bit of time, had to start rolling, and he couldn't quite escape the pressure.
They bring a 4th down for the Saints. 4th and about 23. Out comes the punt team.
So the punt team getting out of the back of his own end zone. It looks like it will be Tim Haman once again. Haman takes the snap. And a lot of Seahawks got there. Not the greatest punt. He'll get solid air under it, and that one is waved for a fair catch by Ben Salee, who just had the sack. We're going to take a quick timeout and hear from one of our sponsors. We'll be... Sorry. Empty set for the Seahawks. Michael Lance going to drop back and take a pass. He has to roll to his left, and he's going to be on the run. No, he'll find his man, and it'll be dropped by Johnson Colbank. Lance started to take off, decided to float it, and a good look for him, just Colbank couldn't reel it in. So instead, we'll get 2nd and long. A great job by Coach Wayne Lance's defense for Atlantic Shores, making a big stop early. Now they need a counter. And I'll tell you what, St. Anne's is pressing there on the near side of the field. That receiver, I believe that might be Eric Scott. This one will be handed off and fighting for yards. It'll be a positive gain as Michael Lance goes in there to push for a couple extra feet. It will be a gain of about 2 yards, so we'll get 3rd and long here. I was mentioning that's Jaden Gurley, not Eric Scott. Jaden Gurley there on the near side is getting pressed by that corner. A very interesting thing that you could look at if you're Coach Wayne Lance. Try and find him to get a good release. 3rd and long in Saints territory, and I wonder if it's 4-down territory for Coach Wayne Lance because of the fact you're already in Saint territory. We'll see. As Lance takes the snap, he's going to drop back. He's going to have to roll to the left. He's in trouble, and he'll be brought down. Matthias Kass gets his first sack of the day, and that will be a 3-and-out for the Seahawks.
Loss about 9 on the play. It'll bring out 4th down for the Seahawks.
So Michael Lance on to punt on this 4th down. He'll get it off a bit of a line drive. Takes a good Seahawk bounce, and referee's going to signal that the returner stepped out of bounds. And I mentioned that that might have been 4-down territory. That's if that kind of play didn't happen. They took a tackle for quite the loss there, so not quite exactly what I was intending. With that being said, St. Anne's going to take over at about their own 21-yard line. A bit weird tonight. It's a 6 o'clock kickoff as opposed to our normal 7 o'clock kickoffs here on Cova Sports TV. So we don't have really any updates from other high schools around the area because nobody's really kicked off yet until 7 o'clock to give you. Hopefully we'll be able to give you some scores as they start coming in soon, about 45 minutes or so. With that being said, it'll be a pistol look and a handoff. A running back for St. Anne's is down. Some of the blockers thought he was still going. I believe that was Jonah Brent on the carry. And he looks like he got right back to the original line of scrimmage.
Brought down by Ben Salee and Levi Belford. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
2nd down and long. Will be a shotgun look, it looks like, for Hayden Morris. Morris gonna take the snap. A couple people look like they moved early. Morris dropping back, and he's gonna throw. That ball is completely dropped by Jonah Brent. Looked like a designed bubble screen. So it'll be 3rd and long once again for the Saints. Atlantic Shores defense doing their job early. Now they need to make another big defensive stop here on 3rd down. Five minutes remain in this first quarter. Shotgun. St. Anne's. Morris going to take the snap, drop back. He's looking to pass. Atlantic Shores defensive line getting through very quickly. Morris rolls. He fires deep in. He has his man complete, slipping through the fingers of Ben Salee as he finds Nafasi Summers. So a very big chunk play, and the first chunk play at that for St. Anne's all night long, and they will pick up the 1st down, and now here they come. Was really good coverage by Atlantic Shores. Had a man there, just slipped through Ben Salee's fingers. Also got some pressure as well on the play. Shotgun for Hayden Morris. Morris takes the snap, and he's throwing immediately on the RPO, and that one is caught. A very good play, finding Chase Miller. And you see those more and more now in football, whether it's high school, college, or the pros, running those run-pass options. Could have handed it off to Jonah Brent, but decided to throw, and it worked out really well. What's so good about them is you have to draw in, whether it's whoever's playing in the box, whether it's the corner, sometimes the spur, the safety, or the outside linebacker for Atlantic Shores has to make a decision whether they're going to go cover the run or if they want to play back and cover the pass. If they cover the pass, it's an easy handoff. You gain a couple yards. If you go to cover the run, you've got to drop back into coverage, and you're finding a receiver deep. So a pistol look now. Hayden Morris going to hand it off. Jonah Brent has some room to go, and he'll have a nice gain on the play. Will be just short of the 1st down marker. It'll be 2nd down and about 2. Pistol look once again for Hayden Morris. One receiver on either side of the field. Looks like a 21 personnel. Morris hands it off. Jonah Brent gonna gain a couple yards. Will it be enough? It looks like they will mark him short. So we're staring down about 3rd and 1. And now here comes all the big substitutions for both sides. Third and 1 for the Saints. A shotgun look for Hayden Morris, joined by his side, Jonah Brent, to the right. They've got 2 receivers on the far side of the field. Morris takes the snap. He's going to throw, and he has his man complete. And with more yards, Gofe Lambert still running on the play, and will finally be brought down after getting the 1st down. And a great little speed out route there. A good concept to get the 1st down. Atlantic Shores probably selling out for the run there, and St. Anne's threw it and had all the space in the world. So they'll have 1st down at about the Atlantic Shores 29-yard line. Two receivers on the top of your screen, one at the bottom. A tight end and a bit of a wing set on the near side of the offensive line. Hayden Morris takes the snap and gives it to Jonah Brent. A bit of a mishap on the carry. The ball is loose. We'll see who has it. I'm going to predict it's St. Anne's Belfield has the ball. And they do. Big opportunity for Atlantic Shores miss. It looked like that the handoff wasn't clean to begin with between Hayden Morris and Jonah Brent. Looked like he was trying to get it to him, and he wasn't taking it. So it'll be second down and long. Not too sure what the long is going to be for kicker Tim Haman, but I would imagine he might be, based off his kickoffs, it might not be too bad. You're trying to get into field goal range now if you're St. Anne's, as Morris going to drop back, and he's going to try and find some space in the pocket. Shores defenders all over the place, and he finds his man complete, making a man miss. Chase Miller still fighting for yards, and we'll get all the way up to about the Atlantic Shores 11-yard line. Just over a minute left to go in this first quarter. And a great job by St. Anne's Belfield to get the yards they need. Pistol look once again. Hayden Morris takes a snap, gives it to Jonah Brent. Brent fights his way forward for about 1.5 yards, maybe 2. Looked like a read option, as Hayden Morris could have taken it. Pistol look once again. Hayden Morris takes the snap, gives it off to Brent. Jonah Brent fighting his way forward towards the end zone. Not quite. They're going to get inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 1. And that will do it for the end of the first quarter. Your scores: St. Anne's Belfield 0, Atlantic Shores 0. We've got the second quarter action and more coming your way in just a few moments. But first, we'll take a timeout and hear from some of our sponsors right here on Cova Sports TV.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
We're back here live on Cova Sports TV as we welcome you into the broadcast tonight here, looking live at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, home of CHKD Sports Medicine, as we're getting ready to begin the second quarter of action, as it is still scoreless here in Virginia Beach. However, St. Anne's Belfield is threatening to potentially score here, as it is 3rd and about 1, maybe 3rd and 2, and then if they get that, it's going to be 1st and goal. They can still get a first down before getting to the end zone. So both teams back out onto the field as we begin the second quarter. Hayden Morris in a pistol look. Behind him is Jonah Brent, who's been there all night. Morris Low snap, needs to pick it up, and he will recover, but not before losing a lot of yards on the play. And now we're going to get 4th and long inside the 15-yard line. Now it's decision-making time if you're Coach Heath Miller.
They're bringing 4th down for the Saints. About to kick number 14, Tim Hammond.
And they will be looking to kick here. Tim Heyman. It's going to be about a 30-yard kick. "30-yarder for Heyman. Here's the snap. Snap good. Hold down. Kick is up. And it is no good. It looks like it might have missed to the left. So another win for Atlantic Shores as Tim Heyman misses the 30-yard kick. And now Atlantic Shores going to take over with just over 11 minutes to go in this first quarter. It had the leg behind it. It's a bit of a line drive, however, and like I said, it's tough to see from this angle. I believe it was a miss to the left. So now Atlantic Shores getting the ball at their own 20-yard line. They have new life, still scoreless, which is really surprising if I'm being honest. Shotgun for the Seahawks. 2 receivers towards the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. That's Colin Williams. Lance going to take the snap, and he'll hand it off to Trace Williams, who will gain about a couple yards, as we saw a lot of him early in the season, but hasn't been as prevalent as we've seen more of Johnson, Colbank, and others. So Williams gets a couple yards on the play. 2nd down and long. Got a bit of a defensive battle going here in the beach, as it's about 6:27, almost 6:30. We have about half an hour till the rest of the 757 kicks off their high school football. We'll have some updates for you all around the area between the Beach District, the Southeastern District, the Peninsula, and everything in between. Lots of fun matchups tonight around the 757. Lance is going to take the snap, and he's going to make a move as he's taking it himself, and doesn't have very far to go. He will get about 1.5 yards on the play, maybe about 1 yard, bringing up 3rd and short. Sounds of freedom past the Sportsplex.
3rd and 6.
As we're setting up for a 3rd and 6 for the Seahawks. Probably ready to go past this ball. Callan Williams on the near side, on the far side. Jaden Gurley, as well as Ben Salee. Coach Wayne Lance calls his play. Seahawks get set. St.Anne showing 4 pass rushers, might be more. It will only be 4 pass rushers as they play a zone, and that pass is going to be caught. Josh Sibley has some room to go. There goes Josh Sibley, picking up the first down and absolutely eating the hit from A.J. Wiltshire and getting the first down for the Seahawks.
Nice gain on the play, more than enough for the Seahawks. First down.
Josh Sibley, playing his final game at the Sportsplex tonight, has been a staple for the Seahawks offense for the last 4 years of his high school career. Really a great slot guy. He's a bit on the smaller side as he's 5'9", 185, a bit smaller than some of the other receivers on this team. And he has a lot of speed to him. He can definitely get in the slot as this handoff goes to Trace Williams, who tries to get the edge on the outside, and he will pick up a nice couple of yards before he'll finally be brought down by a handful of St. Anne's defenders. Referee will give a little bit of forward progress. Looks like they'll give him about 2 on the play. He'll get up to about the 40-yard line. 2nd down and long. Second down for Atlantic Shores. Shotgun for Lance, as he is pretty much every play. He'll fake the pitch. Now Lance going to run to the left. He has a little bit of room to go on the edge, and he'll be shoved down by St. Anne's defender very hard. It looks like it was Rylan Goffey Lamberts on the tackle. He hit him hard. He popped right back up okay. A nice gain on the play, and it'll now be 3rd and about 2 for Atlantic Shores. Man goes in motion. That is Ben Salih. And now coming back, a bit of confusion, and he'll line up in the slot. Colin Williams on the near side. And again, Ben Salih. And we will get a timeout called by Coach Wayne Lance. A little bit of miscommunication, so we'll take one with him. We'll be right back after this right here on Cova Sports TV.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they could sweat more, win more, and change the game forever.
Boom, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
We're back here live on Cova Sports TV as we are still scoreless in this game between the Seahawks and St.Anne Belfield. Saint says 7.5 minutes playing the second quarter. No score. There was a 30-yard missed field goal by Tim Heyman, the kicker for St. Anne's Belfield. That's the closest we've been to any score tonight. And now we're going to get a 3rd and about 2 for the Seahawks. There's a bit of miscommunication between Coach Wayne Lance and the offense, so they went ahead and took their first timeout of the half. Trips to the right towards the bottom of your screen. Five wide. Lance, it's going to be quarterback draw. He's going to take off on his own. Still fighting for yards. And he will get the first down, I believe. Looks like the refs will give him the spot. I didn't catch who it was. Somebody was basically carrying Michael Lance. It might have been a receiver. It looks like it was Levi Belford, who kind of got a hold of him and carried him to the first down marker, essentially, almost like a tush push, except he just took it himself. So now we'll get trips to the right again as Atlantic Shores gets the first down, continues their offensive drive. St. Anne showing 4 pass rushers on the line. They've been playing a lot of zone tonight, haven't really brought much pressure yet. And they will bring 4. This will be pitched over Trace Williams, who gets hit right at the original line of scrimmage. He won't get much further, maybe a half a foot past the line of scrimmage. Second down with about 6:45 and running to go in the second quarter. Second down for Atlantic Shores. So we welcome you into the broadcast tonight. It's been a fun one. Again, beautiful night for football. About 59 degrees here in Virginia Beach as we're in that perfect fall time weather. Not too hot, not too cold. It's hoodie weather. It's beautiful. Michael Lance, shotgun, joined by Trace Williams to his right. Drops back, and he's going to throw, and that one is too low. Or no, the referee will say it was a catch, and caught by Josh Sibley. I thought it was a bit low and might have hit the ground, but apparently Sibley got his hands underneath it. So with that, it's going to bring up 3rd and about 5, it looks like. An impressive catch for Josh Sibley. 3rd and 5. Can St. Anne's defense get off the field here? And again, assuming that Atlantic Shores doesn't lose any yards here, there's a good chance that this could be 4-down territory for the Seahawks. Trips to the right. Trace Williams going to go in motion. He's going to sit in the slot on the left side. Michael Lance takes a snap, drops back, and he's looking for a man. Trace Williams is who he throws to. That ball is complete, and he falls to the turf very quickly. He'll gain about a yard. Now that's going to bring up 4th and 4. and decision time for Coach Wayne Lance. And if I've seen anything this year, I'd expect them to go for this. Definitely not even close to field goal range. And a bit close for it to be punt, but we will see.
4th and 5.
So they will be going for it. Shotgun for Lance. 2 receivers on either side of the field. Lance drops back. Needs to get 4, maybe 5 on the play. Rolls to his left. He's in trouble. He's going to throw. The ball will be caught, but well short of the first down marker. That was Jaden Gurley, his intended receiver. I think it was caught, but regardless, short of the line to gain. So that'll be a turnover on downs, and St. Anne's Belfield will get the ball. First down for the Saints. Two receivers on the near side of the field for quarterback Hayden Morris. Haven't seen much in the air action. Been a lot of handoffs. Jonah Brent, he had the 1 completion for a first down. And we will get a timeout called, I believe. Referee's just discussing something, I guess. Repositioning the ball. Not sure what that was, but... something on the playing field. I'm not too sure what's going on, but looks like we'll get resumed here in just a moment. Morris going to drop back. He's going to find a man complete, breaking 1 tackle. Chase Miller, who's had about 3 receptions already tonight, gets past the first down marker, and here's some life for St. Anne's Belfield. And again, they did move the ball last possession, moved the ball really well, all the way down to get into field goal range. Attempted a 30-yard field goal, was wide left by Tim Heyman, so not necessarily a lack of offense other than the first offensive drive. We'll just see if they can put it back together again this possession. 4:15 remains and running in the second quarter. Handoff, not much place to go for Rylan Goffey Lambert. He'll gain about a yard.
Second and 9.
St.Anne and long. St. Anne's breaks the huddle. The Saints trying to get something going here. Pistol look. Morris gonna drop back, trying to find a man. He's gonna have to roll to the right. There goes Morris. Throws in, absolutely launching the receiver is Josh Sibley, but not before the receiver hangs on. Nafesi Summers, a great catch. Great job hanging on to the ball. Josh Sibley laid the boom, and it'll be a gain of a couple yards, bringing up 3rd and long. Morris was under pressure. He had to roll to his right.
3rd and 7.
3rd and long for the Saints. What is Hayden Morris, Scott and company? 2 receivers on the bottom side of your screen. We will get a timeout called by St. Anne. So we'll take one with him. We'll be right back in just a moment right here on Cova Sports TV.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better. And it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know.
We're back here live on Cova Sports TV. This one is launched and intercepted by Atlantic Shores. Colin Williams picks it off. A helmet goes flying. Flags are flying. Atlantic Shores players are celebrating. Regardless, the interception will stand, I believe. Colin Williams with a very important play. We're just getting back from commercial there. So it's kind of coming together at the last second. Colin Williams makes a very clutch play on the deep ball.
Big defensive stop from the Seahawks. They'll take over in their own territory. Ball's not on their own 40-yard line with just outside 2 minutes remaining in the half.
White Hat discussing with his fellow referee to figure out what the flag had. Probably has something to do with one of Atlantic Shores' helmets came off. Question is, will it be a personal foul on St. Anne's? Because that's a lot of yards added if so. Referee about to make his announcement. Don't have the refs' names tonight, unfortunately. Referees look a bit confused. A blindside block going against St. Anne's Belfield, so that's going to be 15 yards, an automatic first down. Obviously, it's going to be a first down either way. But a blindside block, not a great look for St. Anne's. That's going to be 15 all the way into Saints territories. It's going to be at about the St. Anne's 45-yard line. As 2 minutes, 21 seconds remain in this first half, we are still scoreless. I am stunned that no points have been put on the board yet tonight. As Atlantic Shores at the St. Anne's 45, gonna try and get something moving now as Johnson Colbank lined up at running back next to Michael Lance. Two receivers on either side of the field. Lance drops back. He's going to find his man complete. Colin Williams, who just had the interception moments ago, will be thrown down by a couple of St. Anne's defenders. He'll get about a yard on the play, if that. Second down and long.
Colin Williams on the reception, tackled by number 6, Nafis Summers. Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd and 9.
Lance drops back, pump fakes, in trouble, will stay on his feet, throws across the middle, that pass is complete. Josh Sibley still fighting for yards all the way to the first down marker. Will get the first down, and Josh Sibley continues to do what Josh Sibley does. Impressive by Michael Lance to get out of trouble. Very impressive. Great job by Josh Sibley. Always dangerous throwing across the middle. There's so many linebackers flying around. Could easily level Sibley, but was a great job. Now it's going to be an empty set. Michael Lance all by himself in the backfield. Lance going to take the snap. He'll drop back. And he'll find Josh Sibley again. Wide open on the drag route. Almost like a slant hat. It was a bit of a deep drag route. Very close to the first down marker. He'll be about a yard short. 58 seconds in running. Coach Wayne Lance takes his second time out of the half. I think they'll add a couple seconds onto the clock. But with that being said, that's another timeout for Atlantic Shores. We'll take one with them. And we'll be right back after this on Cova Sports TV.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why there's CHKD Sports Medicine. Advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours.
We're back here live on Cova Sports TV. As it's second down and about 1 for Coach Wayne Lance's Seahawks. 1 minute, 2 seconds were put back on to the clock, so a few more seconds as it's empty set. Still scoreless in this one. Michael Lance at quarterback. Gonna take the snap, drop back, trying to find a man. He's looking for Josh Sibley. He found Josh Sibley, still on his feet and still fighting. Will be just short of the goal line. What a play for Josh Sibley to not only hang on to the ball, but fight all the way to the 1-yard line. Josh Sibley continues to fight. He's been the stud of this drive, has had multiple receptions. First and goal, clock down to 49 seconds. From about the 1-yard line, shotgun. Clock starts running. Michael Lance takes a snap, hands it off. Trace Williams gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. And I apologize, Brad Colbank, the one getting his name called upon. It looked like Trace Williams. Regardless, Atlantic Shores gets on the board first. They lead 6-0 with 39 seconds remaining in the first half, and a great feat for Coach Wayne Lance's Seahawks to get on the board. Atlantic Shores, as we know, likes to kind of trick up their extra points on whether they're going to kick it or not in their formations. Very weird. So we'll see if they go for 2 or decide to kick it. Coach Wayne Lance evaluating, getting ready to give him a signal. And he does. So it looks like they will line up for the extra point. Looks like Zach Berry on to set the extra point. And it is good. We'll keep it right here as the half is almost over. Atlantic Shores takes a 7-0 lead over St. Anne's Belfield. Trying to take down the undefeated Saints. Atlantic Shores 5-4 on the year, looking for win number 6. They take a lead, and they are really excited down there on the sideline. So they're going to kick it off here in a moment. The half is not over. They still will need to make a stop. Atlantic Shores did start with the ball, did start on defense. I'm going to have to check back on that, actually. I believe Atlantic Shores did start with the ball, so it will be St. Anne's ball coming out of the half. So Atlantic Shores needing to make sure nothing crazy happens here. At the end of the first half, Zach Berry on to kick it off for the Seahawks. Back deep to return. That is A.J. Wiltshire, as well as someone else, as this one's going to be a bit of a squib, as the Seahawks do like to do, the ball bouncing around real weird, and Wiltshire will get the kickoff, and he'll be brought down by a couple of Seahawks. The main guy on the tackle, John Colbank, the other half of the Colbank twins that we haven't really covered yet tonight. Really excited on the sideline. The Lake Shores defense needs to make sure not to give anything crazy up. 33 seconds remain in this first half. And now if you're St. Anne's, they're going to start unleashing the pass game, I would imagine, at least for this possession specifically, as Hayden Morris, been a lot of runs, but he started to throw the ball last possession. We saw some flashes of greatness between him. He's found Chase Miller, his receiver, multiple times already tonight. Shotgun. Morris going to drop back. He'll find his man complete. That is Jonas Baez, excuse me. He'll gain about 6 on the play. Maybe 7. It looks like they gave him a nice spot. It'll be 8 on the play. They'll get on the ball. 15 seconds remain. Not using a timeout. Morris dropping back, and he's going to find his man complete and get out of bounds. A.J. Wiltshire with 7 seconds remaining. Surprised St. Anne's did not use a timeout after that first play. 7 seconds remain now. They still have 2 timeouts remaining. So now they can take their time with this play call. Maybe you get one more quick play, that is, timeout, and you get to heave one to the end zone potentially. Hayden Morris. Morris takes the snap, drops back, maneuvering through the pocket. He has a man complete. Wiltshire once again. 2 seconds, 1 second. He will get out of bounds in time, I believe. 0 showing on the clock, but there should be 1 second. Referee saying 1 second. I would agree. There should be 1 second on the clock, as St. Anne's has it at the Atlantic Shores 36-yard line. So well in range to heave a Hail Mary. But now they've got to discuss. There should be a second on the clock. Now the question is, were the referees paying attention as the clock sort of expired? Now they'll talk amongst themselves. I'm sure they'll radio over to the score clock operator to figure out what they're going to do here. There should be 1 second and a chance to Hail Mary one. So referees discussing. It looks like there will be 1 second remaining as the ref radios over to the score clock operator. So with that being said, from the 36-yard line, one last heave before the end of the half, and a timeout will be called wisely by St. Anne's. We'll take a quick one with them. We'll be right back after this.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
We're back here live on Cova Sports TV awaiting a Hail Mary. I would expect what will be a Hail Mary from St. Anne's Belfield. With 1 second remaining, they have the ball at the Seahawk 36-yard line. And they're going to get one last shot to the end zone. Definitely not in field goal range, I'd say. So we'll see how the arm is on quarterback Hayden Morris. If he's able to get one there, I would expect him to be able to. We'll see. Definitely at a young age. He's a junior. 6'3", 190. He's going to drop back out of the pistol, wait for his receivers. He's going to heave one as far as he can, and it's going to go out. Or no, it will drop inbounds. No flags on the play. So that's going to do it for the first half. Atlantic Shores forces the incompletion, and they now lead it 7-0 at halftime. St. Anne's not on the board. So a very impressive half of football from the Seahawks. We've got more action, the second half action coming your way, as well as the homecoming celebrations. In fact, we'll take a quick timeout, and then after that, we'll show you some of the homecoming celebrations after this on Cova Sports TV.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
Parents, students, and alumni, welcome to Homecoming 2025. In just a moment, we will be recognizing the young men and women who have been chosen to represent their classes on this year's homecoming court. But before we do so, we would like to take this opportunity to give a special Atlantic Shores welcome to any of our alumni who may be present at tonight's game. Alumni, we thank you for the time that you've invested in our school, and we hope that you are able to reflect on your time at Shores with pleasant memories and appreciation. We ask that you visit our website for more information on alumni benefits and give us an update on how you're doing. Don't forget, once a Seahawk, always a Seahawk. Now let's meet this year's homecoming court. Representing the freshman class, Layla Berry and Sam Metcalf. Layla maintains a GPA of 3.57, and she's made the honor roll for the past 3 years. She is a three-sport athlete here at Atlantic Shores and was named All-Conference Varsity Softball in 8th grade. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Layla Berry. Sam earned the Coaches Award for the wrestling team, and he also was named for the Christian Character Award. He's also a cross-country state qualifier. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sam Metcalf. Also representing the freshman class, Tirza Griffin and Thomas Ficklin. Tirza's activities at Shores include cross country. She's also the 9th grade class representative and participates in our soccer program. And she was also voted best vocalist in the Music at the Park. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Tirza Griffin. Thomas serves as the freshman class sponsor, and he's a member of our National Junior Honor Society. He's also a member of the Atlantic Shores varsity soccer team. He was given the Christian Leadership Award in 8th grade, and Thomas has the honor of being Emma Ficklin's big brother. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Thomas Ficklin. Representing the sophomore class, Ms. Raven Ben and Mr. Brody Beasley. Raven received the Christian Character Award Leadership, and she made it to states and track during her first year. She got the Impactful Player Award on her varsity basketball team in 9th grade, and she is an aspiring missionary. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Raven Ben. Brody is a three-sport athlete here at Atlantic Shores, includes football, basketball, and baseball. He is a proud follower of Jesus Christ and loves to hang around with his friends and family. It was an honor to play with his big brother at Shores, who is now playing Division I baseball, and Brody hopes that he will be able to follow in Brett's footsteps as the Lord guides his way. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brody Beasley. Also representing the sophomore class, Miss Isabel Way and Mr. Noah Gallagher. Isabel's activities and honors include being the team captain of our track team. She maintains a 4.0 GPA, and she received the Christian Leadership Award last year for track. She also serves in the children's ministry at her church. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Isabel Way. Noah's activities involve being part of our varsity football team. He's also the saxophone player in our high school symphony and jazz bands. He was selected to play the all-district band, and he has run track for the last 3 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Noah Gallagher. Representing the junior class, Miss Alda Bradley and Mr. Ethan Diaria. Autumn likes music, including choir and piano, and she was invited to the district choir twice. She likes to draw, and she's currently taking 3 dual enrollment classes and 4 honor classes. She is in the National Honor Society, the Mu Alpha Theta Society, as well as the Spanish National Honor Society. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Autumn Bradley. Ethan enjoys playing varsity golf as well as playing basketball. He earned the Outstanding Scholar Award as well as the Christian Character and President's Education Award. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ethan Diaria. Also representing the junior class, Ms. Skylar Carter and Mr. Micah Lance. Skylar serves as the Vice President of the National Honor Society, and she's also the Vice President for the junior class. She's a member of the Spanish National Honor Society and Mu Alpha Theta. She also earned all-state honors in softball. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Skylar Carter. Michael was named to the first-team All-State team as a quarterback. He is a member of our Thespian Society as well as the all-time leading passer at Atlantic Shores. He's also involved in our school play. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michael Lance. Also representing our junior class, Miss Ruthie Gossman and Mr. Jackson Campbell. Ruthie serves in worship at her church and school. She is currently taking advanced art, and she was previously involved in our school track team. She likes to play the electric and acoustic guitar in her free time. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ruthie Gossman. Jackson is a member of Mu Alpha Theta and maintains a 4.1 GPA. He is a multi-sport athlete and most importantly, a disciple of the Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jackson Campbell. Now representing our senior class, Miss Carson Caprio and Mr. Jonas Walker. Carson is part of our theater and choral programs, and she serves as the chaplain of the National Honor Society. She is part of our yearbook team, and she has been here at Atlantic Shores for 14 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Carson Caprio. Jonas is a member of our varsity basketball team. He earned the Christian Character Award, and he is also an honor roll student, and he likes to play golf in his free time. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jonas Walker. Also representing our senior class, Miss Jordan Kyle and Mr. Colin Pinion. Jordan is our varsity cheer captain. She is the student body government class president through 10th and 12th grade. She earned the William & Mary Leadership Award, and she is a member of the First Tee of Hampton Roads and serves as a volunteer and earned Volunteer of the Year Award. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jordan Kyle. Colin's activities include basketball, and he was named to the All-Metro team. He also likes playing pickleball on the side. In 3rd grade, he won a spelling bee and a multiplication speed test. He's also an honor roll student. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Colin Pinion. Also representing our senior class, Miss Ainsley Little and Mr. Jonathan Bustani. Ainsley is a member of our varsity cheer team. She's also a member of the National Honor Society. She serves as student body class chaplain in grades 11 through 12, and she serves her church and youth group as a worship leader. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ainsley Little. Jonathan is a member of our varsity soccer program. He also participates in theater here at Atlantic Shores. He's a member of the National Honor Society as well as the Spanish National Honor Society. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jonathan Bustani. Also representing our senior class, Miss Tatum Wilson and Mr. Josh Sibley. Tatum has been at Atlantic Shores for 14 years. She serves as vice president of the senior class. She's also involved with our varsity cheerleading and varsity softball. Over the summer, Tatum traveled to Africa on a missions trip for 2 weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Tatum Wilson. Josh serves on our football leadership team and serves as team captain. He likes hanging out with his friends, and he's also an honor roll student. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Josh Sibley. And finally, please help me welcome our homecoming king and queen of 2024, Mr. Wes Bruley and Miss Sarah Cannon. Wes is currently employed as CHP hardwood flooring and refinishing. He is in the process of becoming a Chesapeake firefighter. Sarah is attending Liberty University's Honor College on a full ride. She is a double major in pre-law and journalism. She serves on the mock trial team as a community group leader. Wes and Sarah are escorted by Harper Lippert and David Alexander Walker. Harper is in 1st grade at Atlantic Shores. She's the daughter of Stephen and Meredith Lippert. Meredith was a 2000 Shores grad and a varsity cheerleader. Harper loves to read and enjoys art class and gymnastics. Her favorite color is pink, and She loves animals, pizza, and music. When she grows up, Harper wants to be a vet or a scientist. David Alexander is a first grade in Atlantic Shores. He's the son of Tyrone and Marquetta Walker. His favorite subject is math. His favorite food is chicken and rice. And his favorite activity is playing soccer. When he grows up, David wants to be a pilot. Ladies and gentlemen, a homecoming court 2025. And now our administrator, Mr. Ed Bruno. Well, good evening, everyone. Anybody cold? Nobody cold? Anybody cold out here? All right, you're saying get on with it, right? Well, the moment everybody has been waiting for, I am going to announce the king, the maid of honor, and the homecoming queen. Your 2025 homecoming king, Mr. Josh Sibley. All right, the 2025 Maid of Honor, Miss Carson Caprio. And finally, your 2025 homecoming queen, Miss Ainsley Little.
Yes!
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Boom.
Wait.
First down. Let's go.
Touchdown, Any gate can be a tailgate.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us. And the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why parents count on CHKD Sports Medicine, advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries just for young athletes like yours. With convenient locations across Hampton Roads and a whole team of experts here to keep your favorite player at the top of their game. CHKD Sports Medicine. Learn more at chkd.org or call the CHKD Sports
The town story for me is really about connecting with our members in a way that's different from the other banks. What's consistently found at Town Bank, it's a company built on employees that really want to help make a difference in people's lives. From day one, this company was built on a culture of caring. A foundation has not changed. We're still built on caring and helping others.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators, losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they could sweat more, win more, and change the game forever.
Boom, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why there's CHKD Sports Medicine. Advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours.
You are looking live on the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, home of CHKD Sports Medicine. We have a really exciting football game brewing right now as the Atlantic Shore Seahawks lead the St.Anne Belfield Saints 7-0 as we get ready to enter the second half, as Atlantic Shore's getting the touchdown pretty late in the first half, courtesy of Johnson Colbank, after Josh Sibley had a couple receptions that possession. So now we're getting ready to start the second half. St. Anne's Belfield will be returning this second half kickoff, and it should be a fun finish that is brewing here at the Plex tonight as we welcome you all into the broadcast. I'm Jack Lowe, your play-by-play commentator, alongside Grayson Jackson, our camera operator tonight, and all the people doing it behind the scenes here at Cova Sports TV, Nick Senti, Chuck Thornton, Dennis McEwen, and so many more. As it's now 7:17, so some of the games getting kicked off around the area now as we'll take a look around the beach and others. Cox High School leads Salem, 4:46 to go in the first quarter, 7-0 in that one. Tyree Jeffries carries a defender into the end zone for Cox. Western Branch leads Grassfield 6-0 early first quarter. Maury has the lead over Lake Taylor in the Eastern District 7-0. Green Run holds their lead over FC 6-0, 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. King William leads Mechanicsville 7-0. Norfolk Academy in this division leads Collegiate Schools 7-0. And that's about all the scores we've got for you as of right now. And teams flipping sides. I think there's a bit of confusion for who's on what side. But a fun night of football here in the 757. As St. Anne's is set to take this kickoff. Have not scored yet this game. Their closest attempts, their kicker, Tim Heyman, attempted a 30-yard field goal and missed. And I must mention, he was out here during halftime, during all the homecoming celebrations. You may have seen him in the background attempting kicks. He attempted as far as, I think, 40-yarders. Or no, a 50-yard. He was attempting 50-yarders. Hard to tell from my vantage point if they were making them or not. But he was getting the distance under them. So it's just a matter of if he had the accuracy. This pooch kickoff is going to be taken by St. Anne's Belfield. Has some room to run on the left side. Gets the edge on the left side. There goes the kick returner. Still on his feet. The referee going to say he stepped out of bounds. Jonas Baez. I'm not sure that he did, but regardless, a very good return.
Steps out of bounds around the Seahawk 46-yard line, and that's where they'll begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Wow, very good start for St. Anne. Some momentum that they need. So they're going to start their drive. Hayden Morris and Jonah Brent. Jonah Brent, one of the most respected running backs across the entire state, I've been told during halftime. And this will be a little bubble screen over to Gofe Lambert, who will get a couple yards on the play. Nothing doing on that play. 3rd and long. The Seahawk defense has another chance to get off the field. 3rd and 8 to be exact. Shotgun all by himself in the backfield. Hayden Morris takes a snap, drops back. Looking, finds this man complete. Jonah Brent. Jonah Brent has room to go. Trying to get past the first down marker. He will do so and get a couple extra as well.
First down, Saints.
So now first down from about the Seahawk 39 or 34-yard line, excuse me. Morris rolls to his left, finds a man complete, and running with plenty of room in front of him across the 20-yard line is Cosmo DeVink. His first time getting a touch tonight. And getting real excited on that other sideline is St. Anne's Belfield, finally getting some momentum offensively.
Curry on the tackle. Assisted by Colin Williams. First down, Saints.
Morris rolls to the right, still on his feet, throws cross body, incomplete. Again, trying to find DeVink.
Morris's pass intended for Cosmo DeVink falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
First down for the Saints. Pistol look with Jonah Brent right behind quarterback Hayden Morris. 2 receivers on the top of your screen. Bad snap. Morris gets on the ball. Now he's going to roll to the right. Try and find a man. He's going to launch it to the end zone and caught for the touchdown. Touchdown, St. Anne's Belfield. The Saints get on the board for the first time tonight. Nefesi Summers catches it in the end zone after a bad snap. Quarterback Hayden Morris grabbed it, rolled to the right, found a man wide open in the end zone, and now they're looking to tie it up with an extra point here. 20-yard kick for Tim Heyman. Here's the snap. Snap good. Hold down. Kick is up. And it sails through the uprights. So we are tied 7-7. We're going to take a quick timeout. And we'll be right back in just a moment after this on Cova Sports TV.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
We're back here live on Cova Sports TV. St.Anne's marches down the field in just over 2 minutes is all it took to get down and score almost immediately. So a really quick drive at that. 9:50 remains in the third quarter as Atlantic Shores, all the momentum they had carried into the half. Now they're going to need to build it once again on offense. Setting up to kick. So here goes the kickoff for Tim Heyman. Boots it high and far. That's going to be way out of the back of the end zone. A great kick for him. Some momentum for the Saints as a touchback will be called, and Coach Wayne Lance's offense comes back out onto the field. Coach Wayne Lance battling with Coach Heath Miller for St. Anne's Belfield. Again, if you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan or an NFL fan for that matter, you would recognize that name. Was a monster for the Steelers, and again, a monster for the Virginia Cavaliers in his college days and in his high school days. Now moving to the coaching side of things, and it's great to see more of these former players getting involved with the game after retirement, as this will be handed off. Johnson Colbank will gain a couple yards. Not a bad gain on first down. Second down and long for the Seahawks. Michael Lance, speed option, going to take it himself, try and cut up the field, and he'll be dragged down. On the tackle there, Jack O'Malley, the second captain of the night for St. Anne's Belfield. He was alongside Tyson Boyd tonight. As well as Matthias Cass. Third and about medium. Empty set. 4 wide, a very tight offensive line. Lance takes the snap, drops back, under pressure. He's going to throw this one, and it'll be incomplete. Intended receiver was Jaden Gurley, who couldn't quite reel it in. And it'll be 4th down now. On comes the punt team for the Seahawks.
Bring up 4th down for the Seahawks.
This punt gets away. And here comes the return from Gofe Lambert. Still going across the far sideline and finally brought down way deep in Atlantic Shore territory.
Nice return from number 10, Ronald Goff Lambert. He's eventually knocked out of bounds by number 17, Asa Rasmussen. Saints begin this drive deep in Seahawk territory. 1st and 10.
Rylan Goff Lambert with an excellent return for St. Anne's Belfield. First down, St. Anne's. Empty set for the quarterback. Hayden Morris. Looks towards the end zone, has a man complete, wide open for the touchdown. Jonah Brent into the end zone. Could not have been more open. Touchdown, St. Anne's Belfield. 7:49 remains in this third quarter. The Saints lead at 13-7 with the extra point pending. What a play. 2 very quick touchdowns early in this third quarter. Extra point attempt gonna go up and will be good off the scoreboard for Tim Heyman. We're gonna take a quick timeout. We'll be right back after this on Cova Sports TV.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
We're back here live on Cova Sports TV. 2 very quick touchdowns for the Saints. In this second half, they trailed 7-0 at the half, and now they lead 14-7. So now they kick deep once again. It's almost like they flipped a switch, as this will hit the end zone for a touchback. Atlantic Shores needs to score, and they need to score quick to try and put a halt to this run that the Saints are on.
Kick goes into the end zone, and the Seahawks will start this drive 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
So Atlantic Shores starts their next drive at their own 20. Michael Lance in the shotgun. Lance drops back. He's going to find him incomplete. Colin Williams is dropped down. Jonas Kessner on the tackle. They'll get about 2 on the play. I believe it was Jones Kessner. Or I apologize. It wasn't Kessner. Regardless, second down and long. Handoff. There goes Johnson Colbank up the middle. Lots of real estate in front of him and gets a first down and more.
But not until Colbank gets the Seahawks first down.
Lance rolls, and he's just going to fire this into the Seahawk bench. One of the team managers was in danger, but somebody on the Shores bench caught it. Second down and 10. Second down and long. Michael Lance in the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back, looking to throw. Gonna dump it off to Trace Williams. Flag on the play. I'm thinking this might come back with the hold, but meanwhile, Trace Williams gets a nice gain on the play. Getting up to about the Seahawk 46-yard line. We'll check the flag. In fact, this will be a personal foul on the Saints. That's going to be 15 yards and an automatic first down for Atlantic Shores. Hands to the face. They're still moving. A big gain on the penalty. They'll get all the way up to the Saints' 39-yard line. So now shotgun for Lance. He'll take the snap. One of those speed options again. And now he's going to take off on his own, cut back in, and gain a couple yards on the play. Pretty efficient. They've ran that a lot on first downs tonight, and they have all season as well. This quarterback, Michael Lance, likes to run. Looked like he was going to pitch at Trace Williams. Wisely didn't, because that could have been a disaster for 6 the other way if he did. So now Atlantic Shores is driving. Second down and long. Shotgun. Snap is taken by Lance. He'll hand it off to Trace Williams. Trace Williams gaining a couple yards on the play. Will be third and medium, maybe 3rd and 5. Third and 5 for the Seahawks. They need this. Lance in the shotgun. 2 receivers on either side of the field. He'll roll to the right, designed. He'll throw, and he has this man complete. A completed catch, and a great one for Jaden Gurley for the first down. Bit of confusion with the chains. They begin to move now. First down, Seahawks. They continue to move the football. Lance gonna fake the pitch. He's gonna cut back in for himself. He'll gain a couple yards on the play before being snapped in half by a handful of St. Anne's defenders. Second down and long. Just over 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lance drops back, throwing towards the end zone. Will be dropped by St. Anne's defender, bringing up 3rd and long. Third and long for the Seahawks. They need it. Lance drops back, throws, has a man complete. Jaden Gurley. He will be short of the first down marker, I believe. Or hold on. It will be a first down, first and goal, or no, first and 10 Seahawks. Trez Williams on the carry. Excuse me, that's the second time I've mistaken him tonight. John Colbank on the carry. Johnson Colbank. Not John Colbank, Johnson Colbank. Second down and medium. Lance throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Josh Sibley. I'm sorry, that is Jaden Gurley. I continue to mistake some of these names. My apologies. Jaden Gurley gets himself into the end zone. And with an extra point, Atlantic Shores could potentially tie this game up. They'll wait for Coach Lance's signal on whether they're going for two or kicking. And they will be going for two. Johnson Colbank runs it into the end zone, and Atlantic Shores takes the lead. Your score, Atlantic Shores 15, St. Anne's 14. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back after this on Cova Sports TV.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
You're watching Cova Sports TV, our broadcast of the Atlantic Shore Seahawks playing host to St. Anne's Belfield. The Saints come into Virginia Beach. We welcome you in tonight. In case you're just joining us, I'm Jack Lowe, your play-by-play commentator, alongside Grayson Jackson, the camera operator tonight, and all the people behind the scenes, Chuck Thornton, Nick Senti, Dennis McEwen, and others. It's been a fun one. Atlantic Shores holds a 15-14 lead after getting the two-point conversion and touchdown. And they are battling right now. A good return for St. Anne's Belfield.
A.J. Wiltshire on the return. Tackle from Ben Saleh. First and 10 for the Saints as they begin this drive on their own at 44-yard line.
So St. Anne's Belfield trails by 1. The Saints. Gonna be a play fake. Hayden Morris rolls to the right, has some room. He will end up throwing it, and referees are going to say it is a catch, and a great catch at that. Rylan Goff-Lambert. Can't see all the way from here if he had his foot in or not, but regardless, they call it a completion. This one going to be incomplete. Intended receiver Chase Miller. He was very active in the first quarter, a little bit of the second quarter. Have not really seen much of him since. Second down and long for the Saints. Just over 2.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Hayden Morris throws. Complete. Good catch. Goff Lambert again breaks the tackle, and he'll get the first down.
First down, Saints.
First down, Saints. Pistol look. Hayden Morris going to hand it off. Jonah Brent, haven't called his name in a while. He gains a couple yards on the play. Second down and long.
Jonah Brent on the right-hand side.
As for what's going on around the rest of the 757 and Friday Night Lights tonight.
Second and 8.
New Kent leading War Hill over in Williamsburg 12-3 in the second quarter. Denby leads Woodside 15-7 over at Todd Field, and just under 9.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Green Run establishing their dominance over First Colonial 19-0 early second quarter. As is a pistol look, Morris drops back and he rolls to his right, being chased down by Johnson Colbeck. He's going to throw. That pass is completed for a first down. A lot of whistles. There must be a flag somewhere. I don't see it anywhere. It will be a first down. There it is. It's over in the backfield. So this is going to come back. It looks like a hold. Tab holds a 28-0 lead over Gloucester. Great Bridge leads Deep Creek over in Chesapeake in the Southeastern District 12-9 in the second quarter. Western Branch also holding a lead in the end of the first quarter, leading over Grassfield 14-0 for Coach Rashad Cook over there. Over in the Beach, number 9 in the 757, Kempsville leads over Tallwood 21-3. Oscar Smith. It will be a hold. With Coach Chris Scott over there leads over the Nansen River Warriors 14-0 late first quarter in that one. Norview leads Norcom 8-0 at the end of the first quarter. That's about all the scores we've got for you right now. So we'll be first. I was going to say they should have to back up. Really confused right now. The referees are confused. I'm confused. Players are confused. Coaches are confused. Nobody really knows what's going on. Here we go. Now the refs are backing them up. So we'll be first down, I believe. And now the chains are, I don't think the chains are supposed to be moving back. So the ref's going to have to have them move the chains back up to where they were. They weren't supposed to move at all. It was only the guy with the down marker that was supposed to move. And there's all sorts of confusion now here at the Sportsplex. A lot of confusion. I'm sure the chains are supposed to be moved up some. They're not supposed to. They moved back. It's supposed to be a penalty against. And there they go. They're moving backward like they're supposed to. A penalty against St. Anne's moves the ball and the yard marker back, not the chains. The chains stay right where they are. A 5-yard penalty. They should be about a yard further, I believe. But regardless, they finally moved. So I think we're going to get ready to rock and roll here in just a moment. Lots of confusion. It's been about 5 minutes since the last play happened. Referee's still discussing over there with the chain gang. I think they're discussing. I think the chain should be a yard further because it is a 5-yard penalty. I don't know. A lot of confusion now. We could have gone to commercial break 18 times since the last play. It's really frustrating. Refs really need to get this game moving. Just over a minute to go in the third quarter. Still discussing. I would try and fill airtime for y'all, but I really don't know what more to do. Referees still talking it over. Now Trace Williams is over there talking with the referees. Well, we had the 6 o'clock kickoff, which is much earlier than normal, but if this continues, it's going to be like we had a 7 o'clock kickoff anyways. Lots of discussion. We got 4 referees huddled over there near the chains. It all started when the chains moved back when they weren't supposed to. And this is just an absolute mess, folks. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take one quick timeout. We're going to hear from a couple sponsors. We'll be back hopefully when they have this figured out on Cova Sports TV.
It's 757 Saturday Sports Talk with Matt Hatfield and the one and only Coach Ed Young every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on Cova Sports TV. From high school football and basketball to the NFL, MLB, college sports, and the NBA, if it's making headlines, they are breaking it down. Bold takes, big-time guests, and a few laughs, especially at the expense of that basketball coach, Ed Young. Catch it on Cox TV and your view, and don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube at Cova Sports TV.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
The chains are settled, the referees are set, and we get a flag on the field. So we're still not going to resume play. It's going to be a false start, it looks like. Backing him up 5. The chains finally moved to where they originally were supposed to be. I saw them move from the first place when they weren't supposed to earlier, and I knew that wasn't right, and the referees finally got them to move back. I don't know what took them so long to figure that out. Somebody could have ran down and showed our stream to the referees and showed them what they were supposed to do, and they would have gotten it done much quicker. I mean, Cova Sports TV has it covered up. But now we've got first down and extra long. In fact, it might have been an offside, so they got to move up 5 yards. Hayden Morris finally back in action. He's going to take off. He has a lot of room in front of him. There he goes across the sideline and onto the sideline, out of bounds, just before the first down marker. Second down and 3. Second and 3 for the Saints. 55 seconds remain in this third quarter. Hayden Morris drops back, and he's looking deep. And the ball is dropped in the end zone. A beautiful ball from Hayden Morris was dropped. Tough to see from here. The receiver might have been. And it was Nafis Summers. Now we've got third and short. Pistol. Hayden Morris. What does he got? Takes the snap. Gonna roll to his left designed. And he has a man open, and he will find him complete. Goff Lambert wide open for a first down and more. More Jets fly over the Sportsplex here. A really exciting game this has been. 40 seconds remain in the third quarter. Atlantic Shores leads at 15-14. First down, and it looks like they are at the 10. So first and goal for St. Anne's Belfield, and we will get a timeout called by the Saints. So we'll take one with them. We'll be right back after this on Cova Sports TV.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
First down and goal for St. Anne's Belfield. They have an opportunity to take a lead here. They trail by 1. Hayden Morris takes a snap, throws, tipped. And a good job by what looked like Levi Belford getting a piece of it. Second down and goal.
Second and goal.
Second and goal for the Saints. Hayden Morris hands it off. Jonah Brent gets a couple on the carry. It's going to be third and goal. And an injured player down. It looks like it's Cam Vermeer down on the play. Offensive lineman.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why there's CHKD Sports Medicine. Advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
He's up. Third and goal for the Saints. Morris takes a snap, throws, and it's going to be intercepted! Josh Sibley intercepts Hayden Morris's pass with 13 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And the Seahawks defense comes up big. And Atlantic Shores will take over with the lead. Wow, what a play. Josh Sibley stepped up multiple times already tonight. It's been incredible. They will be deep in their own territory, so they do have to be careful, as it is first down from their own 3-yard line. It looked like Hayden Morris was just staring down that read no matter what, like a tunnel vision. I formation, Lance, under center, takes the snap, hands it off. Johnson Colbank finds some room. There goes Johnson Colbank. All the green surf in the world in front of him. Johnson Colbank still going, and finally brought down at about the 20-yard line. No, the 18. A flag does come down late in the backfield. This might be coming back, unfortunately. We'll see what the refs have to say. I think it will be coming back. What a play for Johnson Colbank. Looks like he has a cramp in his legs. Unbelievable.
Initial indication is holding against the Seahawks, so that will nullify the Brad Colbank run. It'll be a 10-yard penalty for the
Brad Colbank, what a run. Unfortunately, going to be called back due to the hold. He'll still get credit for a couple yards on the play, I think, because of the spot of the hold, but still. Will be first down. Brad Colbank, what an opportunity. And that will do it for the third quarter. Your score, Atlantic Shores 15, St. Anne's 14. St. Anne's on the ropes as they have a chance to potentially lose their first game of the season. We've got the fourth quarter action coming up after this.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
Atlantic Shores leads at 15-14 over St. Anne's Belfield. First down at about a yard after the penalty, calling back Brad Colbank's huge run he had. This is going to be handed off to Trace Williams, who will fight forward for a first down. By the way, some updates. University of Charlotte actually has a lead over North Texas, 17-7 at the beginning of the second quarter. Very surprising. University of North Texas has been very good this year, 6-1. 1-6, Charlotte holds a lead. As for Blacksburg, Virginia Tech holds a 10-0 lead over the Cal Golden Bears with 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter in that one. That's your college football action that's going on tonight. As well as coming up right about now is the first pitch of the World Series. The LA Dodgers taking on the Toronto Blue Jays in Game 1 of the World Series. That'll be on Fox tonight. Lots of great sports action going on And that doesn't count all of the Hampton Roads Friday night football games we got going on around the area, which we'll get more scoring updates in just a moment, as this one will get the first down for Atlantic Shores.
The quarterback keeper. Seahawks first down.
First down, Atlantic Shores. I formation once again, which is the formation they were in when Brad Colbank took that all the way to the other side. Trace Williams fighting forward, and a great gain on the play, getting about 5. Atlantic Shores is going to take their time here for sure. And a player goes down. I can't quite tell. That might be quarterback Michael Lance. It looks like it is. It looks like he's okay. Or no, excuse me. That's Levi Belford. Looks like he's okay. Ref's calling the teams back in. So teams coming back out onto the field.
Second and 6.
I formation once again. Michael Lance, under center, takes the snap. Hands off, Trez Williams again. He will lose yards this time. All over him is the St. Anne's defensive line. And we will get 3rd and long.
Lost about 7 on the play. 3rd and 13.
Hustling off the field, Trez Williams. Third and extra long for Atlantic Shores. 9 minutes, 16 seconds remains. Michael Lance drops back, under pressure, taking off, still on his feet, and finally brought down. And it will be 4th and long for the Seahawks, so a punt forthcoming.
It's eventually tripped up by number 54, Daniel Lagarde. Gain about 4 or 5 on the play, but we're running 4th and about 9. Punt team comes out for the Seahawks.
So punt team on for Atlantic Shores. Back deep to return for St. Anne's, Ryland Goff Lambert, as well as another. It's hard to see from here. Michael Lance sends this one away. A bit of a line drive caught by Lambert. Lambert has some room to go on the left side. Fights forward into pretty good Seahawk territory, and that is where St. Anne's will begin their drive. So St. Anne's Belfield trails by 1 with 8:13 remaining in this one. Again, Brad Colbank for Atlantic Shores had a very great run all the way into about the 20 or so. However, it's called back for a hold. So now St. Anne's with another chance to try and take a lead. Morris finds his receiver complete. Jonas Baez. Complete for a first down.
Big pass out to Jones Kessner. First down, Saints.
First down, St. Anne's Belfield. in the backfield. Jonah Brent. It's going to be tossed to him. Brent breaks one tackle. Brent tries to get the edge. He does so. Still fighting for yards. And inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. Jonah Brent with a great carry. First and goal Saints. Or there was a flag on the field. I missed that. And that will back up the Saints, so that carry is going to come off the board. Hayden Morris hands it off. Jonah Brent again. Brent fighting up the middle, gaining about 3 on the play. Second down and long for the Saints.
Second and 17.
Shotgun. Morris gives it to Jonah Brent, who is brought down immediately. The Atlantic Shores defensive line continues to come through. It's going to be 3rd and about 15.
Gain of 2 on the play. 3rd and 15.
St.Anne's needs this 3rd down. Just under 6 minutes to play in this one. Snap taken. Hayden Morris looking deep. Has a man complete into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Rylan Goff Lambert gets into the end zone for the Saints off the pass of Hayden Morris. And St.Anne's Belfield takes the lead, and now they're going to have to go for 2. 5:43 remains in this one. Unbelievable. A bit of confusion again. Refs talking it over. Teams going back to their huddles, not entirely sure what this is about. And there was a flag on the field that I didn't see. They waved it off. And it looks like it was a timeout called by St.Anne's Belfield anyways. So we'll take a quick one with them. We'll be right back after this. We're back here live on Cova Sports TV for the 2-point conversion. Very important play for St. Anne's Belfield. This one is going to be thrown in, completed. Ryan Steeper, the tight end, gets his first reception of the night, and St.Anne takes a 7-point lead with 5:43 to go. We'll be right back after this.
Everyone's getting toasted at Jimmy John's. I mean, sandwiches.
It's 757 Saturday Sports Talk with Matt Hatfield and the one and only Coach Ed Young, every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on Cova Sports TV. From high school football and basketball to the NFL, MLB, college sports, and the NBA, if it's making headlines, they are breaking it down. Bold takes, big-time guests, and a few laughs, especially at the expense of that basketball coach Ed Young. Catch it on Cox TV and your view, and don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube at Cova Sports TV.
We're back here live on Cova Sports TV. That's right, that Hatfield and that evil basketball coach Ed Young. Their show coming up tomorrow morning, 757 Saturday Sports Talk with Hatfield and Young. You definitely want to check it out on YouTube right here on Cova Sports TV. Probably, if I had to expect, around 10 o'clock in the morning, they'll go live, and they've got all the high school coverage between all the games happening tonight, all the college slate tomorrow, as well as their NFL picks as always, so you definitely want to check them out. Go check out Hatfield Sports on X. Again, that's at Hatfield Sports. He has all the coverage you would ever need for 757 high school football and beyond. With that being said, what are some stuff going on with around the 757 tonight? At the half, Bayside leading Kellum at halftime, 14-7 is that score. Tab leads Gloucester 42-0. Norfolk Academy leads over Collegiate 21-7. Northumberland trailing to Essex 28-14 in the second quarter. Norview leads IC Norcom 8-0. Western Branch holds a 28-0 lead over Grassfield. Michael Lance is going to be brought down. The sack by the big man, Matthias Cass. He's been all over the field all night long.
Excuse me, 56, Matthias Cass.
Green Run leading over First Colonial 40-0. Greensville County leads Windsor 26-7.
Second and 18.
Oscar Smith, Chris Scott leads Nansen River 21-7. Lake Taylor and Maury tied 7-7 at the half, which I am stunned about. Is this going to be all by himself in the shotgun? Michael Lance, two receivers on either side of the field. Lance drops back to fire. He's going to deliver a beautiful ball to Josh Sibley, which will be caught, and they'll get past the original line of scrimmage, making it third and manageable.
Josh Sibley up around the 25-yard line.
Third and 5 for the Seahawks. It's manageable, a lot more manageable than it was going to be after that sack. Again, empty set shotgun. Just under 4.5 minutes to go. Lance. And we've got movement on the line. I believe that's going to go against the defense. That could be a first down. It's going to be close. And no, it will be a false start against Atlantic Shore, so it'll be 3rd and 10.
Seahawks called for false start. 5-yard penalty. 3rd and 10.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 instead of 3rd and 5 now. A huge deal. A big difference. So now Atlantic Shores referee stopping the play, telling the yard marker or the down marker to turn to 3 because it is 3rd down. Big play here. Two receivers on either side of the field. Josh Sibley lined up at tight end. Lance drops back. He's looking deep. Incomplete. He tried to find Trace Williams, and it didn't work. 4th and 10. 3 minutes, 25 seconds remaining. Atlantic Shore still has all three timeouts. But let's see. I think Coach Wayne Lance is going to want to go for this. He's not even budging. He will be going for it. So this is basically the game. If St. Anne's gets a stop here, there's a good chance they could close it out. However, I do know this is also their punt team technically, so they could be punting. Let's see. It looks like they are going for it. Michael Lance all by himself in the backfield. Lance takes the snap. Looking. Has a man open, but it goes through his hands. A wide open Josh Sibley. Not able to reel it in. Or excuse me, Ben Salee. Ben Salee wide open on the play. Not quite. And a big blow for Atlantic Shores. That could just end their night. A great run they've had against St. Anne's tonight. We'll see if they can make an efficient, quick stop. 3:17 remains. Trying to put the game away is the Saints now. Hayden Morris. Out of the pistol, takes the snap, and hands it off. Jonah Brent, who's fighting his way forward, still fighting. And forward progress is called. He'll get about 5, maybe 6 on the play. 3 minutes to go. No timeout called from Coach Wayne Lance.
Second and 5.
2:47 and running in this one. Atlantic Shores just trying to force a turnover, make the Saints make one vital mistake. Snap is taken. Morris hands it off. Jonah Brent has some space to go. Jonah Brent is going to put a dagger into the Seahawks, and the Saints score a touchdown. Touchdown, Jonah Brent. Will make the lead 2 possessions. And the game is all but over now with the extra point pending. 28-15 is the score. Stab looking to put it away. Long snapper had to hustle onto the field. Tim Heyman's kick. He's been perfect on extra points. Missed the 30-yarder earlier. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is up. And it is good. We're going to take one final timeout here on Cova Sports TV. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to the most honest commercial you'll ever see.
And as you can see, me and you are both having trouble starting to talk.
Yep.
I mean, this is something that you're breathing in every day.
Yeah. Like 50% of the air in the house?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is coming from down here.
Yes, sir.
How's your crawl space looking? You say we're going to be here a while.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get busy.
Get a free and honest inspection with JES Foundation Repair, a groundworks company.
The Atlantic Shores Seahawks held a 15-14 lead for a long time in this second half, but with 2:18 to go, they just gave up a potential dagger of a touchdown by St. Anne's Belfield. Jonah Brent got into the end zone, and now if Atlantic Shores wants to come back in this one, they're going to need a touchdown and an onside kick, and then followed by another touchdown just to get it to overtime. With 2:18 to go, we've seen stranger things in Hampton Roads, but we'll see if they can pull a miracle tonight. Tim Heyman on to kick it off. There goes the kick. Will be a touchback. Just short of the field goal uprights. So Atlantic Shores getting back out onto the field. So here come the Seahawks offense. Michael Lance at quarterback. Takes the snap, gonna roll to the right, designed. And he's gonna throw a missile over, incomplete. Intended receiver, Colin Williams.
Second and 10.
Second down and long. Denby leading over Woodside at Todd Stadium 29-7. Late fourth quarter in that one. Or no, second quarter, excuse me. This one thrown over, and it's a trick play. Jaden Gurley's going to throw. He has to make a complete. Ben Salee, and a nice play, a nice wrinkle for Coach Wayne Lance. The clock will stop going out of bounds with just over 2 minutes to go. Bayside still at the half, leads Kellam 14-7. And really, not many scores have come out since our last update. Shotgun for Michael Lance. Lance rolls, and he will be brought down. Daniel Agardi gets the sack. Timeout Atlantic Shores with 1:52 to go. We'll take one with them. We'll be right back after this.
Authentic Italian cuisine can be found in just one place in Hampton Roads, Il Giardino Ristorante in Virginia Beach. Il Giardino offers veal, seafood, chicken, pasta, vegetarian, and pizza creations. Add the sounds of the piano bar and lounge, and it's no wonder Il Giardino is such a popular local spot. Open daily at 5 p.m.
We're back here live on Cova Sports TV after the timeout called by Coach Wayne Lance as 1:54 remains. St. Anne's Belfield leads at 29-15, excuse me. Late fourth quarter as it's the twilight time for the Seahawks. It's been about a 2.5-hour game to this point with a 6 o'clock kickoff tonight. A lot of delays and stuff. And here comes the Seahawks offense. Michael Lance all by himself in the backfield. Second down and extra long. Atlantic Shore still has 2 timeouts remaining. Lance drops back, and he's looking across the middle and caught by Colin Williams. He took a huge hit delivered by Chase Miller. A great completion. And now you've got 3rd and about 6 on the other side of the midfield stripe. Lance drops back, delivers. Ball will be incomplete. Intended receiver Trace Williams. So that'll stop the clock. 1:28 remaining.
Next pass was tipped near the line of scrimmage, falls incomplete.
I'll say this, and a lot of coaches wouldn't take moral victories, but I was really impressed by Atlantic Shores tonight. I really, if I'm being honest with myself, I thought St. Anne's was going to run away with this one. And referees discussing something. Atlantic Shores with a great showing. Had the lead for a long time in this one. So refs finally getting back into position. Don't know what the whole discussion was about. But 128 remains in this one. 29-15 is the score. Michael Lance 5 wide. Puts Trez Williams in motion. He will drop back. And he's throwing a lob ball up to Josh Sibley. Sibley won't be able to get there. He was open, just overthrew him. So 121 remains. And that was 4th down. So that'll be a turnover on down. So the Saints should be able to just take knees here. To 121 remaining. Atlantic Shores still has 2 timeouts, so technically they could call them and stop them, but I doubt Coach Wayne Lance would if they take the knees. We'll see. Regardless, it's going to be a nice win for St. Anne's. Was in a bit of trouble for 3 quarters there, but in the 4th quarter, they ultimately came out in front. Despite a very slow start on the season, Atlantic Shores fighting really hard. Went on a nice win streak up until this game, as they're 5-4 are going to decrease to 5-5 after this one if the result stands. And this one handed off, and look at all the room in the world. Jonah Brent might take this all the way. Jonah Brent will take this all the way. Touchdown, Saints. And there's the Jonah Brent we've been missing this entire time. So 109 to go, and now it's 35-15 Saints. So the extra point for Tim Heyman pending. Extra point is up, and it is good. We're going to take one final timeout here on Cova Sports TV. We'll be back with the ending after this.
Life moves fast, but when that Freddy's hits, you can't help but slow down. Freddy's, this is the good stuff.
With 4 Hampton Roads area locations, Freddy's is just a short trip away.
Yes!
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Boom.
Wait.
First down. Let's go.
Touchdown, Texas!
Any gate can be a tailgate.
We are back here live at the Sportsplex on Cova Sports TV as Atlantic Shores trails this one 36-15 is your score with 109 remaining. Tim Heyman to kick it off. Atlantic Shores does have 2 timeouts. We'll see if they try and score. Well, I would expect them to try and score here, but how they utilize the offense. As this will be a touchback. I do want to give a quick shout, by the way. I never did designate some time to talk and mention all the seniors on this Atlantic Shores team playing their final game at the Sportsplex tonight. Number 1 is Josh Long, the offensive lineman. Ryan McCann, another offensive lineman. Then you got Eric Scott, the receiver. Josh Sibley, who's made a big impact tonight. And the running back, Trez Williams. That's all of your seniors for Atlantic Shores. Definitely all of those players make an impact on the Seahawk roster. So you hate to see them go, but hopefully some strong, impactful lives ahead of them. And they're not done quite yet because Atlantic Shores isn't done after this game, as this one's passed over to Bensley. So their final home game, though. Next week, they will be off on Halloween to go play at Isle of Wight Academy for their final game of the season, which is a very winnable game in my opinion. 2nd down and 5. They'll go no huddle. 50 seconds in running remaining. Lance throws complete, and he'll get out of bounds. That's Jaden Gurley.
Jaden Gurley on the reception. Steps out of bounds after getting the Seahawks first down.
First down, Seahawks. 40 seconds to go. All by himself in the shotgun. Michael Lance drops back, and the ball is tipped and knocked away, incomplete. 35 seconds remain. 2nd down and long.
Lance's pass tipped at the line of scrimmage, falls incomplete.
Five wide for quarterback Michael Lance. Lance drops back, rolls, and he'll be brought down by a sea of St.Anne's defenders, and a flag will come out. And we've got some pushing and shoving on the field between Michael Lance and a couple others. I think there's going to be a rough in the passer or an unnecessary roughness called here on the defense, if I had to guess. Tempers flaring a bit as it's been a rough ending for the Seahawks. So the white hat going to make the call here. 22 seconds remain. This one's over. It will go against the defense. It'll be a late hit call. It's a 15 yards and an automatic first down.
Flag at the end of the play. It's a personal foul called against St.Anne's Belfield. And at 15 yards at the end of the play, first down Seahawks.
First down, Atlantic Shores. 22 seconds remain. Michael Lance takes the snap, drops back. He throws across the middle, and it is intercepted. Jack O'Malley grabs the interception and takes it all the way back to the Atlantic Shore 35-yard line. And another turnover forced by the Saints. 12 seconds remain. I would expect there to be knees here, but we'll see. Coach Wayne Lance doesn't look very happy with some of the celebrations. Good turnover force there by St.Anne's Belfield. 12 seconds remain. And it looks like they'll be set to take a knee here in their formation. The snap. And Hayden Morris will take the knee.
Hayden Morris takes the knee.
So that will wrap this one up. As the clock hits 0, your final score, St.Anne's Belfield 36, Atlantic Shores 15. St. Anne's Belfield improved to 8-0 on the season. After this one, they've got one final game remaining coming up next Thursday. as they go to travel to play at Nansman Suffolk Academy. Going to be a very important game. NSA has looked really good this year. As for Atlantic Shores, they decreased their record. They're down to 5-5 now with one game remaining. Next week, their final game of the season, they'll go to play at Isle of Wight Academy. That's going to wrap up this broadcast. We really appreciate all of you for taking your time out of your night to watch and listen with us tonight here on Cova Sports TV. I've been Jack Lowe, your play-by-play commentator, alongside Grayson Jackson, our camera operator, and all the people doing it behind the scenes here at the Sportsplex. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. As always, it was our pleasure bringing it to you. Again, your final score, St. Anne's Belfield 36, Atlantic Shores 15. Take care, everybody.